Hello, my dear viewers. Today I will tell you how Jews originated in Poland made a great impact on United States despite their number wasn't overwhelming and they were just poor immigrants in US in the beginning of 20th century. At start, let me clarify why Jews from Poland came to United States. This history is very important to understand why number of Jewish citizens in US grow 10 times from 1880 to 1900. As you may know, Poland was in a commonwealth with Lithuania, and this great country was a host to the majority of Jewish population in world. 80% of all Jews in the world was living in Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth in 18th century. But this state collapsed and most of its regions came under Russians rule, but Jews were still using mainly Polish language beside their native Yiddish that was combination of Hebrew, German and Polish also. So we have this map where we see this density of Jewish population in Eastern Europe in the late 19th century. And after the attack on Alexander II, Tsar of Russia in 1881, they blamed Jewish population for this cause. In fact, it wasn't true, but they found a goat that they wanted to blame. So they start some prosecutions against this minority, and therefore a lot of people emigrated from former Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth to United States, because United States between 19th and 20th century was for Polish Jews country of freedom, country of tolerance, and country of good wealth. So in year 1900, population of Jews in United States was almost 2 million. This was very big immigration. And now they started to be a very important part of shaping United States of America. And then came this famous year 1929, when American economy collapsed and only people who were very able in finance, in trade, were able to gain a lot of money. And so this Polish population of Jewish people did. They created some organizations that lent money, that traded most needed goods, and therefore they gained much more money that they previously had, because most of them were in the beginning of 20th century very poor people. They were tailors, carpenters, bakers, shoemakers. Some of them were doctors or lawyers, but majority was really poor. And now they gained a lot of wealth due to this financial crisis, because they were able to deal with this crisis. Because in Russia, where they were living, where most of them was born, crisis was something quite obvious and permanent. So they were used to these tough circumstances. And as they gained a lot of money, they started to invest in businesses in United States. And in the 30s and in the 40s, They bought a lot of land, they bought a lot of factories, and they started to buy very prestigious pieces of property. For example, did you know that great movie factory Metro Golden Mayer is de facto created by two Polish Jews, Samuel Goldwyn, born in Warsaw, and Louis Mayer, born in Minsk, present-day Belarus. And also Warner Bros., another great movies factory, was in fact created by Polish Jews. All Warner Brothers were born in a small town north from Warsaw, so this was also a Jewish company. And they invested also a lot of money in Las Vegas, built from the scratch on the desert. They found out that gambling is a great source of income. As they developed this very strong economical position, they started to engage in politics. But their engagement in politics is completely another topic. Maybe I will discuss it with you later, but let me know, is this topic interesting for you? And are you a bit surprised that poor Polish Jews made such a great career in United States of America?